Our brain is like an organic supercomputer, and it holds our thoughts, our memories in this physical appearance. If we feed and take care of our brain and feed it the right information, it can work for us and help us to create and manifest the life we would like to live, the stories we would like to write, and the world we would like to see out there. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for this energy activation session. This is a conversation heart to heart and consciousness with itself. This is coming from a non-dual perspective. Non-dual meaning one. There is one creator, source, spirit, God, universe, light of awareness that is operating every physical and non-physical thing that we perceive to be out there in our seemingly physical reality. For starters, I would like to apologize. I'm seeming to have lighting issues again. And the last time I had this, I was, there we go, complaining about that it might be the sun and the trees in the background. And if you notice that my trees in the background have vanished, unfortunately, the empty lot that is next to us has now been built on. They've built another home, another house, and they took down every single tree, even trees that were borderline on our border. They took down an old oak tree that must have been over 100 years old, and everything was just torn up, torn down, taken down. Completely consciousless, and typical for what we see right now in our so perceived external reality. Everything gets destroyed that is natural, and everything is being replaced with artificial. So unfortunately, my beautiful tree background has vanished. And I've had a lot of construction noise going on here the past week, so it's been really difficult. The past month, this has been first the lot behind us, and then another lot across behind us has been built on, and now this is the last lot that was empty, and that is now also being built on. So there has been a lot of construction going on and a lot of noise, and it's been really difficult to make videos since I prefer to make my videos outside. Now, if you're new to my channel, then I would like to imply you to go back and look at some of my previous videos for clarification of what this is talking about. Because all my videos are connected and interrelated, interwoven if you so want. So one topic goes into another topic and overlaps, and it would just be way too long to just make one big video. So I try to make videos as this body feels is relevant and important, necessary for the present moment. In today's video, I would like to go into more detail of what are affirmations, what do they do, what are they good for, and how do they work, and in that sense also touch a little bit again on law of attraction and conscious manifestation. Now, I made a video about conscious manifestation months ago, and I also made a video not so long ago about the illusions of the mind, because this is all related. Just a short explanation here. We manifest from the inside out. So our inside will manifest the external, what we perceive as the external world. And if we're in chaos in here, let's just put it simple. If we're in chaos within, then our perceived external world will reflect that back to us and will be seemingly in chaos as well. So the more we work on our internal state, our internal, our emotional, our mental, our physical health, let's put it that way, and our internal state of consciousness, the more we work on that, the more we will see changes on our perceived external world. Because again, the external is a mirror reflection of our internal world. So we are manifesting from the inside outwards, yes? And our manifestation tool is this physical, seemingly physical body. Now, this is all something I have spoken about in previous videos, so I'm trying to keep it short and trying to just touch on it as a reference point. Our manifestation tool is this physical body. It seems every time I move, the camera flickers in and out. Maybe I should just sit very still here. See how we can get this working. So our manifestation tool is this seemingly physical body. We are energy, sound, light, energy, vibrating at different frequencies, different speeds, and thus have different densities. So different beings and objects in our perceived external reality have different densities because they vibrate at different speeds, have different sounds, different frequencies, but it's all energy, yes? So our manifestation tool is this physical body that we perceivedly have in this reality, in this what we call the world, yes? We manifest from the inside out with our actions, our thoughts, our words, our emotions. All these help manifest and create what we perceive as external world, as our reality, as our life. Yes? So, because every physical body has a different makeup, different what we would call DNA, different background, let's say, yes, different parenting lines and so on and so forth, holds different memories, has a different emotional state, a different mental state, a different physical health. So every physical body manifests differently. But the source of all of this is all the same light of awareness, what people call God, creator, source, spirit, the universe. There is only one source creating and manifesting through every physical body, but because every physical body is different, these outputs of creation, of manifestation, all look differently through every body. It's like when you have a kaleidoscope and you turn it and it changes the pattern every time you turn, you know, the kaleidoscope things that you can look through, and they make pretty patterns, and every time you turn it and you shake it and you turn it, it makes a different pattern. That is comparable to the output through the physical bodies. Every body is different, yes, and so all the energy outputs are all different. Okay? Now, I have spoken about conscious manifestation and free will. You only have free will if you basically clear all these limiting beliefs and bypass the mind and come through the heart, because the heart is the what people call the portal of the soul, or soul, S-O-L, which is soul, the sun, the light of awareness of God. Now, this is not a sun cult. The sun is a symbol for the light of consciousness, yes? So it's not referring to the sun in a physical sense, yes? But there's a reason why we have a soul, or rather we are a soul. People think they have a soul. No, they're not. You don't have a soul. You are a soul in this perceived gameplay of consciousness. You're not even a soul either. Even that is part of the gameplay, yes? But in order to have some reference points and some stories and to make it more interesting, just like as if you have a movie and you have background stories to the movie, the characters have background stories. That's how we have memories and past experiences and what people call past lives and all of these things, just to make the experience here more interesting, yes? Because if we all knew that we all the same one light of awareness, and we're playing with ourselves here, if we all were aware of that and knew that this is a game of chess you play with yourself, consciousness playing against itself, basically, yes, then this would get boring very quickly and we wouldn't want to participate no more, yes? So that's why when we are here in physical body, we have less awareness of what we truly are. Yes, and there are different levels of awareness throughout different bodies, throughout different beings, let's call it that, because animals have more awareness than human bodies usually. Yes, they're more connected, more directly connected to that one light of awareness, that one light of consciousness that creates and lives through everything. Yes. So now that I've gotten all these explanations out of the way, I have spoken about conscious manifestation, which is then free will, because you only have free will if you bypass your mind. Because otherwise, if your mind is telling you and ruling your life and telling you what to do and is creating for you and thinking for you and doing everything for you, you do not have free will. Then you're basically running off old beliefs, old memories, old stories that the mind is holding, and it's not truly your free will. Yes, it's what your mind. Now your mind is not separate. The mind is often called the ego. Now this is not a separate entity or something. It is part of this physical body. Without the physical body, there is no more mind, there is no more brain, obviously, and then there's no more mind. There's no more thoughts either, because truly we don't need thoughts. Now I know a lot of people will contend that you need thoughts, you need thinking, you need la 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 la. No, you don't. Because you have innate knowing that is innate and that is natural to all beings, and that animals use all the time. They don't use thought and brain as we do. And that doesn't make them any less aware, and that doesn't make them stupid either. They function differently because they don't need thought. They don't need thinking as we do. And they use it to a minimum as what is necessary. Other than that, they function of what we would consider instinct, and that's low beings. And no. It's because our instinct is so lowly developed, because our mind overrules everything, our brain overrules everything, and from the moment we're born, we're being taught to use our brain, use your mind, don't go with your gut feeling, always think. Yes? That's how we kill our natural ability to have the natural knowing, the inner guidance, what people call intuition. Yes? That comes through the heart. That doesn't come through the mind, the brain. It needs to bypass the mind, the brain, in order to be authentic. Yes, otherwise it is tainted by the perceptions and limitations that the mind holds. Yes. So when you come through your heart, that's when you have free will, because that's when you have the ability to create and manifest the life you wish to see, that you would truly like to live, the story you would like to write, yes, in your book of life, if you so want. So part of conscious manifestation can be, doesn't have to be, but can be a very useful tool are affirmations, because affirmations, often disregarded, yes, can help you train the brain, train your mind to work for you and not work against you, yes, to work for you in a sense as the mind is doing your bidding, not the mind is in control of you, yes, because that's what happens with a lot of body minds. The mind takes over control, and then we're basically just a biological robot, because the mind runs the show. And then we see a lot of what we see, perceive out there as not caring, being heartless, because the mind has no feelings. The mind does not care, usually. Yes, caring comes through the heart, not through the mind. Yes, you can think of somebody, but the feeling of love and caring for somebody comes through here, comes not through the mind. Yes. So mindfulness really comes from the heart, doesn't come from the mind either. But you see the games the mind is playing. It starts with word games, yes. Many words we have out there that say one thing but actually mean another thing. Yes, that's going on a lot in our perceived external reality at the moment. Yes, a lot of word games, a lot of mind games. All these are mind games. Yes, this is a game of the mind. At this moment, the mind versus the heart. Yes, the biological brain against the authentic self, the authentic consciousness, which comes through the heart, doesn't come through the pineal gland, doesn't come through the mind. Yes, it comes through the heart. The heart is the portal to bring through God, creator, source, spirit, the universe, your higher self, whatever you want to label it. It's all labels. It doesn't matter what you call it. Okay? Now, affirmations are a very useful tool if they're used the right way. Prayer, if you want to call it that, the same way. If you use it the right way, if you know that you're praying to yourself, because you are that you're praying to. Yes? If you still perceive there to be a being out there that is answering your prayers, then you're not necessarily achieving the effects you would like to see, because you're still believing that something is out there that has power over you, and you're giving your power away. And that is also your power of manifesting the life you wish to see. Yes. Now, that's not saying that then it doesn't work at all. Yes, because obviously there is still that energy that is coming through you, and you're still manifesting something. But as long as you're believing there's something out there that has to grant your wishes, that has to hear your prayers, that has to allow or deny you whatever you want, as long as you believe there is something out there that has power over you, you're giving your power away. Yes. And that too is the difference between law of attraction and manifestation. And I have spoken about this before. I just wanted to touch on this real quick, because a lot of people talk about the law of attraction, which basically says that you have, if your mind is in a certain state, or your energy is a certain way, then you can attract stuff into your life. But what this is saying is that there is nothing outside of you that you need to attract. There is nothing there. It is all you, and it comes from within. So it is not something you attract towards you. It is something that has to come from within you and that you're putting out there. It is an energy that starts within you and goes out there. Yes, let's just say you want to see more love in your perceived external, in your world, in your reality. You want to see more love. So the love has to come from here, has to radiate outwards from within you. And then it will reflect back to you from your external world as the world having more love. But the love itself, the energy, comes from within you. Yes? It's not something that comes from outside of you towards you. It is something that comes from within you. And then you radiate it outwards. Your world will reflect it back to you. Yes? That's how this works. So it's not something you're attracting. It is something that you are basically producing. You're producing that energy that will then bring more love into your world, and will reflect as the world having more love. Yes? So that's the difference between manifestation and law of attraction. Law of attraction alleges that there is something out there that you need to attract into your life in order to get what you want. Whereas manifestation alleges that it is coming from within you. You're putting it out there. It will then reflect back to you and thus create the result in your external world, in what you consider your reality. Okay? Now, getting back to affirmations, and I like to call it affirmations because affirmations are really coming from here and talking about the I am, and not talking about praying to something that's outside of you. Okay, that's why I don't like to call it prayer, because that could be misunderstood to praying to a source, a God, a spirit, a universe that is out there, perceivedly out there. Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about here. This is talking about affirmations that talk about the I am. And I am is the all that is, consciousness, the light of awareness, the God, creator, source, spirit, the universe. There is one. That's why this is coming from a viewpoint and perspective of non-duality. Non-dual means just one, not two, not three, not more than that. There is just one. Yes? One light of awareness. And I apologize for still having lighting issues every time I move, and unfortunately I move a lot. Every time I move it seems to have issues with the camera. So let me get back to the affirmations. Here we go again. So I do not want to go over the various affirmations that are out there. I just wanted to mention that if you put limitations on your affirmations, and any time that you say I want to, I wish, I pray for, I ask for, I will, that's a limitation, because that means you are not that yet. You're not there yet. You're not it yet. You're not powerful yet. Yes? You have to come from that inner knowing that you are that, and that you are already whole, complete, and perfect. And that with the shift of consciousness, once your mind is bypassed, you can be that version that you wish to be and wish to see instantly, with the right mindset, with the right training of your mind, with the bypassing of your mind. So when I say bypassing, it's really that your mind works for you and not your mind is the boss of you. Yes? So it's not, oh, stop completely using your brain. That's not what this is saying. Learn how to use your brain properly. Yes? Has nothing to do with being smart, has nothing to do with how many degrees you hold. Nothing at all. No degree in this world will make you healthy. No degree in this world will teach you to be the best version of you, unless you train your brain, you bypass it, and come through as your authentic self. Yes? So it doesn't matter what degree you hold or how smart you think you are, what IQ you have and what not. It has nothing to do with it. Yes? That's why most animals in this perceived gameplay of consciousness vibrate much higher than human bodies. Because they don't have all this mind stuff and confusion going on up here. Yeah? That's just the human body who is training itself. Because that's where don't blame the external. We're training ourselves to be like this because we want to do this and we need to do that and this is and blah la 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 la. Because we believe the illusions that we're seeing out there. Yes? Without questioning where this is all coming from. Without questioning where all this information is coming from. Who's teaching you this? Who told you who you are? Yes? Who told you you are limited? Who told you this? But because we learned this from in the perceived timeline of a human life, we learn this from very little on, that we're limited. We cannot do this and we cannot do that. Very, very few body minds grow up and having the experience that they're unlimited. Yes? Very few. A lot of body minds go throughout their whole life feeling they're small, they're limited, they have no power, they cannot make a change. But you can, because you are all that is and all that is not. And once that reality sinks in, once that becomes your reality, once you train your mind to see and perceive that as your reality, that you are all that, the mind also loses bias and judgment and discrimination. Yes? And the mind really becomes a helper. A useful helper, because that's what we created this for. Come on, people, this is all our own creation. Yes? This is not a prison planet or a punishment, and this is not living hell. This is what you make it to be, and what you make it to be comes up to what you're holding in here, and whether your mind is ruling your reality or you're ruling your reality. Yes? Again, what do you feed your mind, and what power do you give to your mind? Does your mind have power over you, or do you have power and control over your own mind, over your brain, over your thoughts? Yes? If you don't like the word ego or mind, then switch it out with thoughts. Do you have control of your thoughts, or do your thoughts have control over you? If you have anxiety and fear, then your thoughts have control over you. Then you need to figure out where this is coming from. Not with you need to bypass that. Then you need to go within and question, where is all this coming from? Yes? Because it's coming from beliefs and stories that the mind holds. Again, it's all what's going on up here. This is what is keeping you from realizing your true self. Yes? This is your matrix. It's the mind. We're not in the matrix. Your mind is projecting that. If you let it, if you give it that power. Yes? So, again, it comes down to, what do you feed your mind? What is your mind holding? What are you believing? And that's, again, why affirmations are so powerful, because affirmations usually start with I am. I am that. I am the light of awareness. I am God, creator, source, the universe. I am all that. We are all that. I am does not mean it's just me personally. This is just a vehicle to get me through this physical reality. Yes? The I am is you, is me. There is no you, there is no me, there is just one. Yes? And once that realization hits, the words I am that. I am all that is and all that is not. And I have that power to make those changes that I wish to see. Yes? That will work. And depending on your level of consciousness, your level of awareness, depending on how many beliefs your mind holds and how many power you give to your mind talking back to you, yes, that depends, and that then determines how fastly you can manifest things. Yes? Now, if you wish to see more abundance in your life, and you keep saying, I am abundant, and up here it keeps going, oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not. We know you're not. That's counterproductive. Yes? So if that's what's going on, if you don't see the abundance manifest in your life, then you need to clear some beliefs here. Then you need to shut up what's going on up there. Yes? Because that is what's limiting you. Your mind is your matrix. Your mind is your veil. Your mind is your limitations. Whatever you believe to be possible or not possible, those are your limitations. And that will determine what you can or cannot do, what you can create. Yes? It's not about what something from the external gives you. There's nothing out there. You are all that. You have to give it to yourself. And for that, you have to give yourself the permission and the power. Yes? And as long as your mind has power over you, it's not gonna work so well. Okay? Certain affirmations can help you train your brain so that your brain, which contains your mind, yes, the physical brain, the mind, the ego is coming through our physical brain. The physical brain contains your memories, your thoughts, beliefs, whatever you're holding is in here, yes? And that can either work for you or it can work against you. And if you want it to work for you, so you have conscious manifestation and what people consider free will, so you can do what your soul, if you want to call it that, wishes to see and to live, and the experiences your soul wishes to have, yes? Then your mind, your brain has to be trained so that it works for you and with you, so that it is a friend and not an enemy or a frenemy. Yes? Now, there are affirmations that work, and there are affirmations that do not work, and I want to touch on real quick on why some work and some don't work. The affirmations that usually in experience from this physical body do not seem to work are affirmations that project something into the future. Let's say you have physical pain and you want to get better, and you trying to say affirmations that you're more healthy. Yes, that you're healthy. Not more healthy. Even that is already not working, because more healthy alleges that you're not healthy. Yes? So you need to basically, if you want to have conscious manifestation and free will, train your brain to see and perceive the things you wish to see in your reality, in your world. Yes, if you wish to be healthy, not more healthy, just healthy. Yes, keep it simple. You wish to be healthy, then you need to tell yourself, you tell your mind, your brain, to tell your body you're healthy. And this is good when you use spoken words, so it goes through your hearing, because the brain uses the perception of the physical senses, meaning eyes, nose, touch, ears. Yes, the brain is a receptor, and we receive and put out. Yes, we're a receptor, and we are also a projector. Yes, and whatever we're projecting is what we're manifesting. Yes, what will then determine our reality. Now, if we tell, for instance, our brain, our mind, I will be healthy, then the brain goes, oh, that means you're not healthy. What's wrong with you? What's going on? What's hurting? What's your illness? What's your ailment? What do you need? What do we need to do to fix this? That's how the brain works. Yes, as a simple example. Yes, the moment you say to your brain, I will be healthy, or I want to be healthy, I wish to be healthy, I am hoping to be healthy, I am praying to be healthy, the brain goes, oh, that means you're not healthy. What's wrong with you? What's going on? And then the brain starts inquiring, because that's what the brain is good at, examining, dissecting. Yes? And trying to figure things out. What is wrong? What's going on? How does this work? The brain always wants to know, how does this work? Yes? But that's not how this works. Because then your brain is telling your body, oh, there's something wrong with you. The voice just said, I heard it. The voice just said, I wish to be healthy. Meaning we're not healthy. Meaning there's something wrong with you. Now we got to figure out what's wrong with you. Now we got to figure out what's going on here. And then what you're manifesting is a cure, looking for a cure, finding out what ailment you have, what illness you have. Yeah? That's what you will be manifesting. You will be manifesting, oh, what symptoms do I have? Then the brain goes, body, what's going on? What symptoms do we have? Where is it? Where's the pain? What's going on? And then the body starts sending signals, because the brain is asking the questions. What's going on? What's going on? So the body is now starting to make a check through. Okay, what's going on? Okay, we have some aches here, we have some pains there. And then the brain is starting to, okay, where's this coming from? What could this be? And then we're manifesting in our external, oh, here is a website that shows you where this pain could be coming from. And here is a video that shows you how to eliminate this pain. That's what you will be manifesting. You will not be manifesting health if you give unclear, unprecise directions to your mind, to your brain. Yes? That's why a lot of body, minds, beings say, oh, affirmations do not work. Because they're using the wrong affirmations. They're saying, I wish to, I want to, I will be. I will be means you're not. And if you're not, then we need to figure out why you're not. What's going on? Yes, that's how this works. No, if you want to be healthy, if you want to be healed, what people call healed, you tell your body that. And I'm coming back to the example of my broken wrist. I broke my wrist a while back, last year, a little over a year ago. I broke my wrist, and I decided not to have surgery, even though several doctors told me if I didn't have surgery, I would lose the use of my hand, of my fingers. It might even have to be amputated if there's no more blood flow going, and la 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 la. Yes? And I knew here through my heart that I could heal this. I had a double fracture. I had both bones broken, like right about here. And I decided I can heal this. Yes? But I didn't say I can. I told my brain I'm healed. This is fixed. This is fixed already. I can see it. It's fixed. It's healed. We did this already. We healed this already. This is already healed, and I can see myself using my hand. I see myself using my hand. This is already healed. It's already fixed. Yes? Because I knew I can. I knew my body would do what my mind tells it to do, what my brain tells it to do. I just needed to give it the right directions, and I needed to believe in my body that it had the ability and capability to heal this. Yes? You do need to have that certain level of awareness to have that own trust in yourself, in your body, in your emotions, in yourself, that light of awareness that comes through your heart, what people call the heart portal, the heart chakra. Yes? You need to have that level of trust in self, that you have that power, that you do this, not just that you can, but that you do it. And I healed it. And I am typing 10 fingers, no problem. I can do anything that I did before with my hand. Now I'm not quite as flexible as I used to be, maybe not quite as much. I'm still working on this a little bit, but I have full use of my hand. There is no issues with blood flow or la 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 whatsoever. Yes? So it comes down to what you tell your mind, your brain, your mind, to tell your body. And if your mind holds beliefs that you cannot because you're limited and because you're small and because so and so told you that you cannot, if you believe all this, that you cannot, then you will not. Yes, it comes down to the memories and the stories. Memories are stories. The stories and the beliefs that you hold in your brain, in your mind. Yes, that will either enable you or disable you, meaning limit you. Yes, when people talk about, oh, our mind is veiled from our true self, the mind is the veil. Yes, the mind is not veiled. The mind is the veil that is limiting you. The mind is what puts the limitations on you. Because from early on, from when you are little, you're being told, oh, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot. We tell little kids, oh, don't run because you're gonna fall. Like, yeah? I've never seen an animal mom tell their kids, oh, don't run because you're gonna fall. Yes? This is a human thing. This is a human thing. To limit ourselves and thus limit our external, yes? The limitations you perceive out there are the limitations you're putting on yourself, and then you're putting them out there. Yes? Your beliefs that you cannot, or that the world cannot, that it's not there, that it's not available, it's not possible. Yes? Who told you all of this? Who told you it's not possible? It's what you learned from the external. It's what you learned, what your mind was fed. That's what your mind believes, what your mind is being fed. So, what are you feeding your mind? Are you feeding your mind limitations that you cannot? Or are you feeding your mind affirmations that you do and you are? And that's where it comes to the I am. That's why the I am is so powerful. Because it states loud and clear to the brain, to the mind, that I am that. I am unlimited. I am powerful. I am healed. I am healthy. Yes? And then you still have to train your brain to accept that. Because if you're holding all these limiting beliefs here, yes, if your mind is cloudy with all kinds of information or disinformation and illusion from the external that you then believe and take on as your own, then your mind will go, you will say, I am healthy, and your mind will go, no, we just had a tweak here and we had a tweak there, so no, we're not really healthy. Now let's investigate this. Let's figure this out. Let's find out why this is tweaking. No. Now this is not saying ignore. This is not saying turn a blind eye. This is saying you need to override your mind. Because your mind is what manifests what you see out there. And whatever you feed to your mind is what will participate in your manifestation. And I said this before, if you feed your mind drama, if you like watching shows with drama and news with drama and gossip with drama, you will produce drama over drama over drama in your life. Yes? Now, if you feed your mind the things you wish to see out there, yes? Let's say you wish to see more people, better communication and more love between people and all of these things. Yes? Then that's what you need to feed your mind, and not watch the disinformation that's being put out there. Because that's how the minds are being controlled, through the external. Yes? Perceivedly. It's all a game. Again, this is consciousness playing against consciousness. Consciousness playing all sides in this game. Yes? So consciousness really doesn't care who wins, because consciousness always wins, because consciousness playing both sides. All sides. Whatever you know, black, white, and everything in between. All shades of gray. It's all one consciousness. Yeah? So consciousness always wins, if you so want. But consciousness cannot win against itself in that sense. So as long as we're participating in what we're perceiving to be going on out there, yes, that is our creation and our manifestation, whether we're aware of it or not. As long as we're participating in this, yes, this game will keep going on and on and on. Yes, so it helps to have that level of awareness where this is all coming from, and why are we all seeing this in our external, and how this is popping up out there. It's coming from within. Okay? So these affirmations will train the mind to do our bidding, if you so want. Yes? I am that. I am healthy. And if your mind goes, oh no, we're not. Shut up. Yes, we are. I am that. You have to put your foot down then. You have to assert your power, because you are the all-powerful. Bypass this. Bypass the limitations that your mind is trying to impose on you. Yes? It's very simple. Make this your helper, your employee that works for you, and not your boss. This should not be your boss. This is your boss. Yes? The all that is, the light of awareness. Yes? And if you allow it to come through, your life internally and externally will reflect that, versus if this is your boss, you will most likely have trauma, anxiety, constantly feeling of lack, not enough, I am not enough, this is not enough, there is not enough, I have not enough, the world is not enough, that is not enough. That's a thing of the mind. That's a limiting belief that can be bypassed. Yes, if you train your brain, if you train your mind. This is the intention we're setting, we're speaking it out, we're holding it here is the intention to clear, yes? Because that's what it comes down to. What you determine, your words, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions through the physical body is what creates your life. Yes? If you don't like the words, it creates your world, it creates your reality, then switch it out with whatever creates your life. Yes? You create your own life. And if you do not tell your mind, your body, what you want to create, if you're not specific about this, if you let this here run unchecked and it just create, oh, you see, oh, I want this and oh, I want that and you're falling prey to whatever the illusions of the external tell you. Yes? You gotta have that power over your own mind in order to be able to do what you wish to do. Yes? Because this is a physical reality. Yes? Because if we weren't physical, we wouldn't have all these issues. We wouldn't even be talking about this, because without a physical body, this wouldn't be a thing. Yes? It's only a thing because this is dense energy. Yes? So that's why people say humans are dense. Yes, we are. This is a density. Yes? And the less dense you are, the more awareness you have. Yeah? So whatever, but it's all part of this play of illusion, and it has so many different levels and so many different layers, and whatever you perceive to be out there is all part of this game of consciousness. To be able to override the mind, to be able to make the mind work for you versus you being a slave to your own mind. Yeah, again, if you have anxiety and fears, you're definitely a slave to your own mind, because that's where this is coming from. Okay? If you feel you're constantly under pressure, again, that comes from the mind. That's not our natural state of being. That's what the mind imposes on you. If you let your mind run your reality, if you let your brain, your thoughts, if you so want, run your reality, run your life. Okay? I mentioned this before, it all needs to work together because we're one package. Yes, we're physical, we have the brain, the mind, thoughts, mental stuff going on, and we have emotional stuff going on, which also comes through the physical body. Now, yes, love is an emotion, and we are love in our natural state, but we do not have the emotional baggage that the human body holds. Okay? We are just that. We are just love. And not all the other gazillion emotions that the human body goes through and that the human body produces and holds throughout the perceived lifetime. Yeah? So, this is opalite, and I know people say opalite is not a natural gemstone, and it's not. It is lab created, it is man-made, but it still has a certain vibration, frequency, and affects mental, emotional, and physical state of being with its energies, and I find it beneficial. Okay? What it comes down to, people, is you don't need none of this. You don't even need me or my videos, as long as you're clear in your intentions and your affirmations, if you so want, as long as your words and your emotions and your mental create your reality the way you wish to see it. You don't need none of that. You don't need no tools. You are your own tool. You know everything I know. Yes? Question is, do you access it? Do you use that knowledge that you have access to? Yes? Or are you still holding limitations in your mind, in your brain? Okay? Because that's what it comes down to. And that's why, again, that's why affirmations are so beneficial, because they come from a point of, I am already that, I am already there, I am already healthy, I am all that. Yes, not I want to be, I will be, I wish to see, none of that. Because that's what some formulations are. They go towards the, oh, please give me, or please let me have, or I wish to see, and that's not getting you where you want to be. Yes, or it's getting you there partially. Yes, unless you have the awareness that you are really, your natural state is already all that. Yes, you are already healthy, you are already that. And you tell that to your mind verbally through the ears. The mind receives through the physical senses. Yes, so you tell your mind you are already healthy. Your mind tells your body we're healthy. Again, you need to then override your mind. If your mind says, oh no, that's not true, we're not healthy, then you need to override that. Yes, I am healthy. Yes, it takes training sometimes, it really does. So, in conclusion, if we wish to be the kings and queens of our reality, the writers of our own stories, the directors of our own movies, if we wish to rule our own life and have free will and choice, then we need to train our brain. We need to train our mind. Just like people say the glass is half full versus the glass is half empty. Yes, you see, it's the same glass with the same amount of water or juice or whatever, but it depends on your perception and perspective. Whether you say, oh, good thing it's half full, or you say, good thing it's half empty, or you say, oh, it's still half full, oh no, it's already half empty. You know, it depends on your perception and perspective. That will then train your brain, train your mind to have that perception and to bring that through as output. Yeah, now it's not just your thoughts that create, it's also your words, your actions, your emotions. Now if you think one thing and feel another and say a third thing, that's not gonna work. That's just gonna wreak havoc in your internal and external world. Okay, so your thoughts, your emotions, your physical actions, and your words should be aligned and should mean the same thing. Yeah? That's why lying is usually not paying off, because eventually that will catch up with those body minds, because it's not in alignment with, yeah, and remember that is also part of this game of consciousness, to explore that, to have that experience. Yes. Now, consciousness is all that is and all that is not. Consciousness has no limitations. The light of awareness, consciousness, God, creator, source, spirit, the universe, whatever, your highest self, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter what you call it. It does not give a hoot what you call it. Yeah? It's not limited. And that's why we're here, to have these limited experiences where we feel we're limited, where we feel small, to go through that. Because we come from eternity, we come from unlimited. We're limitless. And again, if everybody remembered that, there would be no more gameplay. That show would be over. Yeah? But we can, with a certain level of awareness, and bringing through that light of awareness, through the heart chakra, heart portal, whatever you want to call it. Yeah? We can influence, if we wish to see certain experiences in our life, we can then influence that through our manifestation, through our output. Yes? And we have then free will and choice if we can bypass the mind, if we can bypass the limitations of the mind. Yes? That doesn't say completely forget about your brain. The brain is here for a reason. We created that. Like I said, the brain is an organic supercomputer. Yes? Created for a reason, to be your helper in this physical experience. But it's exactly that. It should be a helper, and we were trained to have the brain, the mind, the ego, what people call it, rule our life. Because we're so focused on the illusions of all of this external stuff. And then we feed our brain the wrong diet, if you so want. Yes? And as long as you're feeding it the wrong stuff, it will keep manifesting whatever you don't want. And that's another thing. If you dwell on things that you are against, you're still focusing on what you're against. You're still producing and manifesting what you're against on this external world. And then it's like, oh my gosh, the world's falling to shit. It's getting worse and worse. Yeah, because you're still focusing on it. Stop participating in this. Yeah? Time to switch that movie, people. We have that power. We are that. Yeah? But as long as we're participating and focusing on all of this, it'll just keep on playing. Again, train the brain, train the mind, train the ego if you so want. It's trainable. It is. Because you are all that. Yeah? You are all powerful. We are all powerful. There is only one all powerful, coming through every single physical and non-physical. Whatever you perceive to be out there in your reality. Yes? That doesn't mean it's right or wrong, whatever you perceive. It's just, if there's stuff that you do not like in your external world, you might want to go within and check up with what's going on up here. What's your brain telling you? Again, is your brain, your mind, your ego the boss of you? Or is it your employee? Is it working for you? Yes, that's what it comes down to. If you have questions, and I feel I've already made enough videos about that, so I really don't want to go into too much more detail. But if you do have questions, if there's something that hasn't been talked about, or if you have questions, even if it's not related to this video, feel free to leave a message and I will get back with you. And I would like to thank you for being present and for your energy, for your participation. The light in me recognizes that same light within you, for we are all one. One consciousness, one light. Again, this is a game of chess that consciousness plays with itself. Yes, and consciousness is not male or female. This is all a human thing. This is all a thing that's part of this game. Consciousness is just that. No labels. Even the name consciousness is a label. But I will finish this now. I see you, I appreciate you, I honor you. So much love and blessings.